What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hamza from Ather Gaming, and today, guys, I'm coming to you with a brand new deck profile. But before we get into it, you already know what I'm gonna ask you guys to do. Let's go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Let's try and hit 100 likes on this video, as well as comment what you guys want to see next, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already, because like I always say, 70% of you, well, it's not 70, it's like 69, maybe like 68, 60, well, 70 sounds better. So 70% of you guys are not subscribed, so make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because like I said before, guys, we're trying to hit 10K by the end of the year, and I know that we can do it with all the love and support that we've been receiving in the past. And then again, one last thing, because you know and I know that you guys hate long intros, check out the Patreon down below, where you guys can learn how to take up some awesome opportunities and advantages and whatever. I've just forgotten what I was gonna say, but without further ado, guys, let's get straight into this video. Alright, guys, so starting off with the deck profile, of course, we're gonna start with our pieces. So we played the 2 ASL core, sorry. We played the 3 B Buster Drake right here. And then let me move these up for you guys. And then we played the 2 C Crush Wyvern in the deck. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and explain the ratios and why I play them as such, but I'm sure that you guys, if you know ABC, you're a little bit more popular with these sort of ratios. So I decided to just play 2A and 2C, just because, again, B is sort of the best one because you want it in the deck. B for best, A for alright, and C for crap. So basically, that's kind of why you should understand and why I play them. ASL core is really good because he kind of fetches back from graveyard, but again, he doesn't search, and you actually don't really want to open them in your hand. I know there is an argument for playing multiple 3 of every piece, because like you want to see multiple pieces in your hand because it makes Union Hanger like an even better combo. But again, like I said before, I just had to, or I felt like cutting these cards down just to maintain the consistency of the deck. So yeah, so I played the 2 ASL core, and then again the 3 B Buster Drake, and then the 2 C Crush Wyvern, like that. So that is it for sort of like the ABC, or the pieces, sorry. And then of course, move on, we play the 1 Union Driver. If you guys don't know what Union Driver does, is essentially when he's equipped, you can banish him, and then you can equip any of the pieces from your deck him, so A, B, or C. So again, another reason why I only run 1 ofs. And I also do play just the 1 Union Driver, nothing else about that, nothing too crazy. But yeah, so Union Driver can fetch any of these guys, and then initially Union Hanger says that they can't special summon themselves, but Union Driver just bypasses that limit, so that's why Union Driver is very important in the deck. But I do play the 1 Union Driver in testing. The second just never really comes up. But again, if you guys want to play the second Union Driver, you can all means play it. But again, like I said before, it just doesn't feel like it comes up that much, especially because Union Carrier is essentially another Union Driver. But yeah, so that is it for like sort of like the Union cards. And then moving on, we play the triple Galaxy Soldier. So let's get that down for you guys right there to make it look super cool. So we played triple Galaxy Soldier in the deck, and then we played the 1 Photon Orbital. Now again, if you guys don't know what these guys do, is pitch a light monster, special summon himself. Then when he special summons, you can add another version of himself. Photon Orbital, essentially when he's equipped, you can send him to the graveyard and then fetch any Galaxy card. So essentially that's why we play Galaxy Soldier with our Photon Orbital, because he can actually just fetch our Galaxy Soldier. And again, like I said before, Union Hanger is a 1-card combo that nets you Dragon Buster and Infinity. So it is very, very powerful in that regard as well. So that's why I decided to play these guys as is. I know some people play 2 Galaxy Soldier only, but again, I feel like Galaxy Soldier is like one of the better extenders in the deck. So that's why I actually played 3, because I want to hard open it if I can. So again, that's it for the Machine Boys. And then moving on to the other engine in the deck, it's the Dogma card. So I'm just playing 1 small package of 1 Ecclesia and 1 Flirt. Now again, like I said before, you can actually play more cards in this deck. So you can play like triple Ecclesia, 1 Flirt, 1 Maximus, or 1-1-1. It's up to you guys, personal preference, but I feel like just the 1-1 lineup is actually very powerful in itself. And then if you don't know, Nadir can actually just add back from graveyard. So it is a very cool interaction. I think that's very powerful in this deck. So that's why I decided to play 1 Ecclesia and just the 1 Flirt and leave it at that. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Now moving on to the spell cards, we are going to be playing triple Union Hanger. Now I'm sorry for my double rarity. This is all, you know, coronavirus is very, very tricky, so let me just put the secret in the middle. But yeah, so we're playing triple Union Hanger. Again, this is the 1-card combo in the deck, the Heart and Soul deck. This deck is so powerful because of Union Hanger, and again, I'm super happy that Konami did not hit it. So please, Konami, if you're watching this video, just turn off right now. Basically, Union Hanger is a 1-card combo that nets you Dragon Buster and Infinity, and I will show you guys at the end of the video a super cool combo that you can actually pull off with this deck, and that's why I decided to play this version of the deck. But that's it for triple Union Hanger. Nothing else more to say about that. And then of course for consistency cards, you play the 1 Terraforming and the 1 set rotation. And then again, to go with set rotation, we play the 1 sign at universe. Now this card is a very cool card because it actually just shuffle back your Dragon Buster and let you combo off even further. It is really nice because you can shuffle back their Block Dragon, or their Golden Lord, or their Jet Synchron, or their Miscellaneous. It's actually just overall a really powerful card. That's why I decided to implement it in this deck. And then of course we played the 1 Mystic Mind, because why not? You play Terraform, you play set rotation, worst case scenario, you mine them, then you combo under Mystic Mind. It's very, very powerful. That's why I decided to play them as is. Again, you can play any other field spell that you choose as well, but I just decided to play those guys. And then moving on to some more super OP cards in this deck. We're playing triple unauthorized reactivation. If you guys don't know what this card does, essentially, it lets you equip, you target one machine monster and then equip an appropriate union monster from your deck to that card. So this card is super insane because not only does it function as another union hanger, because union hanger, if you guys don't know what union hanger does, is when like a light machine or like a union monster or something you can equip from your deck. Unauthorized reactivation actually deals with that as well. So if you go activate union hanger and they like ghost ogre it or whatever, you can just use this card and equip from it. And then another cool interaction that this card actually provides is it kind of functions like a call by the grave almost, if you might, for your Dragon Buster and your machine monsters. Because you can say I special Galaxy Soldier, I go effect Galaxy Soldier, and my opponent goes infinite permanent. I can chain this to target Galaxy Soldier and equip C, now he's unaffected by the Imperm. If he goes Ash Blossom, I can equip, now he's unaffected by the monster effects. And I guess if he goes like Forbidden Droplets or something, I could chain this and unaffected by spells. So it is very powerful in what it provides as well. Sort of like a, I guess you could say like a poor man's Miscellaneous in a sense, but that's why I decided to play a triple of this card. And again, like you have to play 3 of unauthorized reactivation if you even want to play this deck, so you got to grab that structure deck. Now moving on, we play triple Pot of Desires. Now again, if you guys are wondering why I play triple Pot of Desires and I only play 1 union driver with 2 pieces, is that mathematically speaking, you're only going to resolve 1 Desires. If you have to use the second Desires, you probably already went through your first Dragon Buster, so you don't need the other piece. So that's why I decided to play it at that. And I know, ignore this ugly Ultra, I have the ulti, but I'm just using it currently, so I just decided, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, so we play triple Pot of Desires in the deck. Again, if you guys want to make any changes, let me know down below and I'll be sure to move on to it. But now moving on to some more go second cards. Go engine cards, sorry. We play triple Disciple of Nadir, or Nadir Servant. You guys know what this card does is essentially summon a monster from your X deck to the graveyard and then add a, I believe, a Dogma card with attack less than or equal to the card you actually sent to the graveyard. So again, you can add almost anything in your thing. You can send, like, you'll see in my X deck why I play this card. But Servant's really good. And again, I only play 1 Flare and 1 Ecclesia because you can add these cards back. So Servant, sorry, adds as like a Rhoda or like a Warrior returning alive in that sense. Then some more cards to help the deck kind of be more powerful. We play triple Tactical Talents, or triple Tactics Talent, like 3 of these guys. Basically, this card again, it's like a consistency card. If you get disrupted, you can draw 2 cards when they hand trap you. You can take control of your opponent's monster and use it as link fodder, and then you can also look at your opponent's hand and rip a card from their hand. And again, you can play Call by the Grave instead of this card, but like I said, I feel like this card is just so much more powerful. And like I said before, with unauthorized reactivation in your actual deck, there are ways to play around hand traps, because to be honest, hand trapping this deck doesn't really hurt. And if they hand trap the machine monsters, you can actually protect it with Call by the Grave or unauthorized reactivation. So that's why I decided to play triple Tactics Talent in my deck instead of Call by the Grave. But again, you guys can play Call by the Grave and it'll just work the exact same way. Then some more go second cards. We play triple Dark Ruler No More. If you guys notice, we are not playing hand traps. We're actually just maxing out on our go second cards. So we're playing triple Droplets and triple Dark Ruler No More. And this is simply because I feel like hand traps just currently aren't that good, to be honest. Rock can play through it, a lot of common decks play through it, Dragon Link can play through it, Infernoble can play through it, and they can actually rip the cards from your hand. But technically speaking, Smoke Grenade can only rip 1. If they know what they're doing, they can rip 2, and I'd rather take my chances, so I decided to just play triple Droplets and triple Dark Ruler and call it a day. And then testing, these cards have worked phenomenal, especially Droplets, dealing against pesky decks like Zexal deck. These cards can out Dragoon as well, and Dragoon is going to be a very problematic card in the format, so you're going to need to max out on cards to deal with it. So that's why, again, I play this, and this. Again, I know these cards are a little bit pricey, so like I said before, you can cut these talents and you can just play Call by the Grave. You have to play Dark Ruler No More, sad to say. If you don't have Dark Rulers or Droplets, you can just play triple Ash Blossom and triple Imperm or triple Nibiru, and I feel like they would function the exact same. So again, like I said before, you don't have to play these cards. There are alternatives to the cards. And then the last card in the deck is our Dogmatika Punishment or Sentence Dogmatika, because again, like I said before, we play a super small Dogmatika engine, but again, it's super rewarding if we get it off, so that's why I decided to play the one trap card. Gives you more disruptions. But now anyways, moving on to the extra deck, you guys are going to see the extra deck. It's a really cute extra deck. We play one IP Masquerena, one Union Carrier, and one Nightmare Phoenix for the Link 2s. Again, I will suggest other alternatives that you can play in this deck if you guys don't have certain cards, like for example the Dogma cards. But basically, one Phoenix, one Union Carrier, one IP. IP is really good. It's like a nice utility play. Union Carrier, again, Heart and Soul of the deck, super powerful. I almost played this card at 2 actually because of how often you can make it. The one Phoenix. Now moving on from the Link 2s, we're going to go into our Link 3, so Nightmare Unicorn. So this deck does a lot of things. Going first, it wants to Infinity Bust your opponent, and going second, it breaks the board, and then essentially it turbos into Axis Code Talker. So that's it for the one Link 3 play, and then I played the one Appaloosa, the one Axis Code Talker, and the one Mech Knight Avermax. Now again, this is super cool in what it provides as well, because technically speaking, if you open multiple extenders, you'll end with like, here, let me get these guys off the board real quick. You'll end with like a Union Carrier here, and then like you'll end with an IP here as well, right? So basically during your opponent's turn, or just generally speaking against like a lot of backward decks or just other decks in general, they can't really out an IP Avermax. I mean, yeah, they can't really out it because they can't target it, and it can't be stored with card effects, and if they attack with special summon monster, it'll double its attack. So unless they play like Blue Eyes and they special summon Blue Eyes, yeah, there's not really an out. So that's why I decided to play Avermax as is. I know he's a really, really underrated boss monster, that's why I decided to actually play him. But now moving on to the XYZ monsters, we play the one Abyss Dweller. Again, the Abyss Dweller is super powerful in this current metagame. The one Daigusto Emerald, because this is sort of how you recycle your ABC Dragon Buster pieces naturally without seeing Signet Universe. And then we play the one Nova, followed by the one Cyber Dragon Infinity, and this will round off the extra deck monsters, or the XYZ monsters, sorry. Again, you can cut any of these cards and fit in whatever cards you want, and I will explain later on other cards that you can play in this deck. So that's it for just the one Nova, Infinity, Emerald, and Abyss Dweller. And then moving on to our fusion monsters, we're gonna go ahead and play the one Titaniclad, Askeladd, the one Elder Entity, Entis, because again, we're playing Dogma cards, the one Invoke Makaba because of Nova, because again in the mirror match, or the mirror match quote unquote, when your opponent goes like Maximus Effect Send, we can send Nova and Titaniclad. Titaniclad will grab us an Ecclesia, he'll grab us a Fleur, and then Nova will summon our Makaba, so it is super powerful. And then of course the Big Daddy himself, ABC Dragon Buster. I don't know why this card's at 1, but please guys, like maybe email Konami, I think. It'll be a good way to actually get Dragon Buster to multiple copies, because again, this was my first love. You guys think it was Dark Warrior? Well, you're right, it was Dark Warrior, but I mean, ABC was second, so it was more like ABC and Dogma together were like combined. So I mean, yeah, that's it for the deck profile, guys. Now really quickly, I can show you a quick 2-card. Alright guys, so now we are going to go ahead and show you the combo of the deck. So we're gonna go ahead and proceed to go and activate Hanger, and now use Hanger's effect, and this card is gonna go ahead and get our B Buster Drake from our deck to our hand like this. So now our hand is B, and serve it. Go ahead and normal summon the B and use Hanger's effect, not B's effect, sorry. And this will go ahead and fetch our Union Driver. And again, like I said before, use Union Driver's effect to banish it. So I guess banishing here is pretty good. And we're gonna special summon our Assault Core. Again, you can get double B's as well, but I feel like this is better because it's like less resource intensive. So we're gonna go ahead and summon A like that. Now we're gonna link our A and our B away. So our graveyard should be here actually, and this should be here. There you go. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna go ahead and link our A and our B away, and we're gonna go ahead and summon our Union Carrier. Now we're gonna go chain link 1 B, chain link 2 A to kind of body block it. Grab B to our hand, and then A will trigger to actually go ahead and grab our C. So now from here, what we're gonna do is, this is our hand, it's looking pretty juicy. We're gonna go ahead and use Union Carrier's effect to target itself, and this will go ahead and proceed to equip our Photon Orbital from our deck to our monster, then use Orbital's effect to send him to the graveyard, and he's going to go ahead and add our Galaxy Soldier to hand. Now we're going to go ahead and use Galaxy Soldier's effect by discarding C for cost and specialing Galaxy Soldier. Now we're going to of course use Galaxy Soldier's effect, and this is going to go ahead and fetch our second Galaxy Soldier. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and use Galaxy Soldier's effect again to pitch to special our Galaxy Soldier like this. So now what's really cool about this actually is they're kind of forcing to bury you here. Why? Because if you overlay the two Galaxy Soldiers like this, and you summon out Nova, and they Nibiru us here, we lose our whole board, which is cool, but we still end with a Macabre because Nova will trigger, and then we still have our A, B, and our C in our graveyard to actually summon our Infinite Dragon Buster, and then we can still Disciples. But say, for example, they don't Nibiru us here, we go ahead and turn this into our Infinity. Cool. Now from here, what we're going to do is, it's very important to actually go ahead and special summon out, yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're going to use Infinity's effect to slurp up the carrier, and then use our Dragon Buster by banishing A, B, and our C to special out our ABC Dragon Buster, and again, the extra monster zone, because you kind of want zones to play with. But now, we're going to go ahead and get 1, 2, and then 3. Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter, I just realized. So we're not going to suck it up, sorry. Yeah, we're not going to suck it up. I just realized there's no point because you're not going to have any zones. Let me just clean this up for you guys right here. This is our board. Then we're going to go ahead and use Nadir Servant, and then send our Titanic Clad from the deck to the graveyard to add our Ecclesia right here. So grab our Ecclesia, and then since you have a next monster, like any of these guys, especially the Ecclesia, use Ecclesia's effect to grab our punishment. Sorry about that. Grab our punishment. Cool. Now we set the punishment, of course, and then so of course, like I said before, this is gonna be handed like 3 other cards. So say these are like your 3 other cards in your hand. Say they're like droplets or whatever, right? So you have 3 other cards in your hand. Let me just put them face down to show you guys. So 3 other cards in your hand. We just set a card, and now during the end phase, Titanic Class is gonna go ahead and add our Fleur to our hand. So basically, our board ended with Dogmatika Punishment, which again, this is the last like the last card that we really need to use in the deck. Because again, it locks us out of the extra deck, so it's really important to understand that this is like the last ditch effort we have. We still have a Dragon Buster Banish, we have an Infinity Omni Negate, we have a Fleur that can negate anything as well, then we have a Punishment that can pop 2 cards, and I mean worst case scenario, so Dragon Buster Pitch Banish, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 disruptions. So it is a very powerful deck on what Fridays, because we can send Entis and pop 2 cards on the field. So that's why I decided to play this variant. But anyways, guys, if you like the comment, make sure you guys like the combo. Sorry, make sure you guys give me a huge thumbs up. That'd be super cool. Alright guys, so that was the end of the video. If you guys liked the video and you made it this far, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, comment what you guys want to see next, and of course, like I always say, keep on shining, never give up on your dreams. Peace.